when we set out to make this movie, one of the big things for me is like, why go to the, everyone's got now at home an awesome plasma screen and their surround sound and the whole thing. Like, what is it though? Why go out to the theater? Like, why go to the movies? Is there a reason to go? And we wanted to just make images and sort of create worlds that really beg the movie-going audience to say, like, I got to go see that in the real cinema and find out what the hell that's about, because it looks crazy.
Begin your journey. It will set you free.
He knows what we're doing. It's the only way we can get out of here.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
The cast, I've said, and I think it's an amazingly, it becomes more true every second, but the cast, because this wasn't based on anything, there's no images of the cast, there was no pictures in my mind. When I think back now to the origins of the story, when I was first writing it, like, I picture Emily, like, in my mind, in a weird way. Like, I don't have a blank. She's, like, filled it in. And so it's a weird, like, they are the characters for me now. Like, it's not like with 300 or something like that, or Watchmen, I still have those drawings of the comedian or of Leonidas, and you can look at them and go, oh, that's what they look like in their drawn form, and then we hired actors to play those characters. Where now these guys are those characters all the way. So it's been and they really, they brought their A game and they fought harder than anybody. They trained harder, and they did an amazing job for me. The CG worlds and sort of the green screen world is for me, it's like not, I kind of get it now in some ways, and so it's not a hard thing to imagine, like, we could just, just let's move the green screen closer, and we'll, like, bring that little proxy thing in, and she can bump against that. We'll pretend that's the wall, and all things like I kind of can do that pretty easily, as well as it's important to just have sets sometimes that are hard and real, and it's a weird, I guess for me it's like, and also because we combine so much sort of live action photography into the CG worlds that there's that weird kind of, like, you're never quite sure where it's breaking off, Well, John Borman has always been, like, one of my favorite directors. I was always a big fan of his, like, of all of his movies. Excalibur is it's an influential. We actually used the actual armor from Excalibur for the knights to wear in this movie. I was like, go find that armor. So we found the armor in London, or in England. He's not in London, but he's in England, and we actually had him ship over the actual armor from the movie, and then had my knights wear it in the film, because I was just like, I need that armor. I love IMDb for a bunch of reasons. I feel like, it's amazing how there's a level of knowledge, there's that base knowledge. You're like, oh, Zack Snyder directed this movie, right? That's great to know. But it's really cool for me even to go down and say, like, okay, I really use it for the purpose of, like, okay, oh yeah, that was my, the set decorator was this guy, or like the dolly grip was this guy, I really use it in that way. And so for me, it's like, it's almost like a yearbook of the movies I've worked on. I'm able to, like, go back and go, oh yeah, that's right, we did it. That guy was awesome. We should get him again. But that's the kind of stuff I really use it for that, and I love it for that. And also when you start to look at what the kind of projects that people are developing, you can really get a good sense of, like, where they are. It's another thing that you forget, that that's a cool asset.